Hi, this is Chef William Poole. Thanks for stopping by. We're going to be showing pan-seared quail this afternoon with a little bit of fig and cherry chutney. And whenever I do a little dinner party for some of my friends, I always like to do something special. And this is what we're doing today. We're going to take our quail, which have been deboned for us. Some of your better butchers out there, whatever city you're in, have deboned or partially boned quail. That just means that the chest cavity has been removed. That gives you a nice little opening to be able to put some things in. We're going to start off with a handmade cherry chutney that I did a couple months ago. Now you can use whatever you like. If you find something thick and chunky in your specialty food store, wherever you are, there's always something out there that's usable. We're just going to put a little bit of this in there and a little bit more. And we've also got today a little bit of duck prosciutto. This is from a local purveyor, and you can use a regular prosciutto, the ham variety, of course, but you can also use duck or anything special. We just like the fact that it's game, and it's going to add a little bit of fat to the cooking process. These are very, very lean birds, so you need just a little bit of extra barding with that. We're going to put in 3 pieces into each piece. And then we're going to secure that with a little toothpick. And before these go into the pan, we're going to want to season these with a little bit of salt and pepper and a little bit of brown sugar. The brown sugar aids in the caramelization process of the cooking. So let's go ahead and salt, just lightly, each side, a little bit of cracked black pepper, and a little bit of brown sugar. You don't need much. Go ahead and turn these guys over. And let's do a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and just a little bit of brown sugar. All right, these guys are ready to go in. All right, we're about ready to put the quail in, and you always want to make sure that your pan is very, very hot and your oven is preset to 400 degrees. We're going to put in a little bit of oil and a little bit of butter. So you get smoke point and flavor with this. Now this may take a moment. Go ahead and swirl it around just a little bit. Beautiful. I think these guys are ready to go. We're just going to put these guys in. Ah, listen to that beautiful sound. Now these guys are going to need about 2 minutes on each side to sear properly before they go into the oven. We're going to par cook them or undercook them a little bit so that they actually will continue to cook or roast in the oven while we're making our sauce. But we're going to utilize all the beautiful caramelization in the pan. Keep the pan up here. Going to cover this as well so they'll cook. There you go. All right, we're ready to turn these guys over. Let's remove the pan. Check the heat. These smell so beautiful, so delicious. Let's just turn these guys over very gently. Remember, these are stuffed. You don't want all that filling coming out. Look at the caramelization on this, though. Absolutely gorgeous. Turn this guy over. Again, with the pan. Remember, this is hot. Back over in another 2 minutes, and these guys will be ready to go into the oven. We're ready to put these into the oven. The neat part about what we've created today is this is already heated for you. Becomes your roasting dish. Both of the quails go right inside. We're going to keep the pan on here. This is pretty much a one-pot meal. We're going to make our sauce right in here with all of this beautiful fond. These guys go right into the oven. Remember to use tongs or a towel as this is very, very hot. We're going to put this into a preheated 400-degree oven for approximately 8 minutes. All right, the birds are in the oven, roasting. We've got a couple minutes to get our sauce ready. We have enough of the duck prosciutto actually released a lot of its fat into the pan. We don't need to add any more, so we're going to start adding our vegetables. We're going to start off with some celery, some carrots. We actually grated the carrots as opposed to cutting them. A little bit more surface matter at that point. And you want all of this beautiful flavor in here. Now, the neat part about this sauce is you can either strain this when it's finished or you can leave it rustic. We're probably going to leave this rustic to go again with the quail this afternoon, just for that rustic, beautiful dish. We've added some shallots, some garlic, a little bit of celery, some grated carrots. We've got a couple bay leaves in here and some rosemary. Go ahead and pan roast these for about 2 minutes until the garlic and the shallots are a little translucent and you're getting some really good color on all of the vegetables that you've got in here. All right, all the vegetables have had a couple minutes time to cook. They've caramelized this a little bit. We're going to deglaze the pan first with a little bit of dry vermouth. The thing about alcohol and adding that to fire is there are times that it can flame up on you. This is actually a very low alcohol content vermouth. You still want to be very careful. So we're going to stand back a little bit, probably a tablespoon or two if you want to. See, it's not even going to flame up. That's okay. This just adds a little bit of herbal quality to it. Go ahead and get all of that beautiful caramelization off of the bottom of the pan first. We're also going to add approximately half a cup of chicken stock. With these 2 quail, you don't need much chicken stock, and we want to get this done pretty quick. So just a little bit of chicken stock. And I think How To Heroes has someone who's made a chicken stock for you, so you can always check out their video as a reference. We're going to turn up the heat a little bit on this, and we're going to want to reduce this sauce by half. All right, we've taken the quail out of the oven while this is still reducing. Here's a great technique to double check to make sure that these are not over roasted. They'll dry out really quickly because there's not much fat on these, but if you just give them a little tweak in the fatty parts near the chest cavity or on the back leg, they're very succulent. You can actually see that these are not dried out. These are absolutely beautiful, ready to go. The sauce is just about ready. I'm just going to shine this up with a little bit of butter. And we are just about ready to plate. All right, we've plated this up. We've added to the menu today some roasted beets and a little bit of wild rice. We just put the quail onto a bed of greens. What you'd want to remember also is take out the toothpick on your way to the plating because you don't want to hurt anybody. That's always a bad thing. Let's put a little bit of that rustic sauce that we made on here. This is beautiful. The smell is amazing with all of the components, the shallots, the celery, a little bit of garlic that we have on here. The carrots, the rosemary, and bay leaves. This is an extraordinary pan-seared quail. I hope you've enjoyed this. Thanks for stopping by. This is Chef William Poole.